Hey, what's going on guys, WingsOfEnd here and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial, and today guys I'm gonna be showing you how to make a water-powered disco floor in Minecraft Bedrock edition. If you guys are excited for that, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. It's completely free, takes only a couple seconds and helps the channel out tremendously. With all that out of the way, let's get right into today's video. So this is fully water-powered disco floor in Minecraft Bedrock edition, and I think it turned out really nicely. This is the maximum size per one water bucket, so obviously we only have one water source in the middle. The water pretty much spreads in this large area, and we basically have a couple of the observers. Well, by couple I mean like 115 I believe. So you basically need like 2 stacks of the actual observers and 2 stacks of the actual redstone lamps if you want to build this. You're going to need one dispenser and one water bucket, and the way this works is really simple. We have a little button over here that leads underground, and over here if you just kinda break the dirt, you're going to see that we have a nice little chain of repeaters. 4 on each side, with 3 of the repeaters being on max tick delay and 2 of them being on 3 ticks delay. This is the perfect timing for the water powered disco floor. That means that every time we actually activate the dispenser, water is going to flow to this area, since this is the max size of one water bucket that can pretty much spread like 7 blocks on each side and then just kinda cover it. So you can see we have a nice and big disco floor. You can pretty much have this in any shape that you want, you just need to kinda restrict the water. But the timing is perfect because every time the actual water dispenses, you're going to see it's going to come over here to the edge, and then it's going to start disappearing, and right after all of the water disappears we are going to have the chain of the redstone repeaters activated one more time. You can see it's just going to go in a perfect loop. So 4 repeaters on each side, with 3 of them being on max tick delay and the 2 being on 3 tick delay. That's pretty much the perfect timing. You can see the redstone for this is incredibly simple, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. So the blocks we're going to need for this are some block of choice for the redstone, 1 dispenser, 2 stacks of observers and 2 stacks of redstone lamps. Well, technically you're only going to need 115 of each, but you might as well get 2 stacks. You're going to need 8 audio repeaters, 11 redstone dust, 1 lever, 1 button and a water bucket for the dispenser. The only reason we need a lever is at the beginning for any of you guys that don't know how the actual water spreads. We're just going to put the dispenser in the ground and we're going to put in the water bucket inside, and we're just going to activate it with the lever. That way we have a clear understanding of how much water is actually going to flow and the exact shape that we actually need to put in our observers and the redstone lamps in. So you can just use the lever to keep this activated. The lever is actually underneath there because it doesn't get destroyed with the water. So you can just activate it and follow this shape. So what you want to do is grab yourself the observers and have one on top of each water source, one block above it, just like so, making sure that it's actually going to face upwards. Then every time the water appears or disappears, the observer is actually going to pick that up. So we're just going to pretty much have the line of the observers on every single water block that you see over here. So just go ahead and do something like this. After putting all of the observers in, it's time for the redstone lamps, so just go ahead and place one on each of the observers, just like so. And we are almost done. What you want to do is just kinda locate the middle and destroy the observer and the lamp, that way we can actually deactivate the dispenser, and we're just going to put those guys back in, just like so. Then after that you just need to decide where you actually want to have your lever. I would suggest to have it on like corners over here, or maybe just decide where you actually want to have your, like your entrance to the disco floor. Maybe you want to kinda expand it on these blocks and pretty much decide where you want to have a button or a pressure plate. I'm just going to have it on this side. We're going to have one of 4 blocks of our choice just above of the actual redstone lamp at the end, and we're going to have a button. Then after that we're just going to create a little staircase leading down, just like so. You can just go ahead and do something like that, and you can destroy these blocks since you don't actually need them, and have the redstone dust leading downwards. You can see when we actually press the button, the redstone is going to activate, and we need to lead that right there into the middle of the actual floor. So we're just kind of going to follow this shape over here, grab the redstone for the staircase, and just start going down. Over here in the dirt, you can of course replace these blocks with any blocks that you want, but we're just going to dig areas for our repeaters and the redstone, leading all the way down to the actual dispenser. So we just dug a nice little area over here for the redstone, leading all the way to the actual dispenser. You can see if I destroy this block, we are going to see the dispenser right at the top. So we just need to lead the redstone to it. What we want to do is go take a redstone from our little staircase, place a redstone right here, and this is where we're going to start the repeater chain. We're going to have 4 on each side, 3 of which are going to be on max tick delay. So you can see we have 3 of them on max tick delay, and the final one is going to be set to 3 ticks delay. You just want to kind of loop that around and do the same thing. So we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 repeaters on max tick delay, and the final one is going to be on 3 ticks delay, just like so. Finish the loop and lead the redstone to the actual dispenser, and we are pretty much done. You can just go over here at the top, press a button, and you're going to see that the water is going to start flowing, making our little disco floor right there. After finishing all of the redstone, there is one thing that you need to take care of, and that's this block over here missing. You can see when we did the redstone we made a little staircase with this block missing, otherwise we wouldn't be able to actually get down there. But you need to replace it because you can see it's right underneath the actual observer, and this is where the water is gonna be flowing. If you have that open, your redstone dust underneath is going to be destroyed, but the repeaters are going to stay. So just make sure that you have every single block that's underneath the actual observer covered up, and that the water can get to your redstone. But you can see if you just tap it, everything is going to start working, and I absolutely love this fully water powered disco floor, and hopefully you guys like it as well. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you are new. It's completely free, takes only a couple seconds and helps the channel out tremendously. If you guys think any of your friends would enjoy this type of content, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.